What's up? I'm Ayla.
Hi, I'm Beth Ann.
And this is Let's Talk BL, a boys love podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. It's Sunday, Series Sunday, the day of the week where we talk all about one series and one series only. So go watch this series. It's cute. It's fun. It's fresh. It's about a boy band, which is something we all love.
I mean, yes, my dream, it has always been, I talk about this nonstop, a really, really good boy band BL.
Yep.
This came close. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it was perfect. Left some things to be desired.
Ooh, should we start doing like something out of 10 ratings for shows?
We can. I don't know see, that's difficult though, because like overall, this was a great show. Like I think overall, I would give it a higher rating than if I were rating it based on my like boy band BL scale.
Okay.
I have very high expectations for boy band BL.
Yeah, I guess the number ratings are hard because like a lot of them are so specific to how you feel about like actors or how you feel about like the production on this was like really high, but some of the storyline was missing, and like some of like the first half of the series was one thing and then the second half of the series was another thing.
I think we would have to come up with like very specific like number scales. Like I wonder if we should come up with like, you know, those matrices, like where it's like you get points out of 5 for each like category.
Oh yeah.
And then overall compiled, it comes up with your score. Because like production value, I would give this one like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like it was beautifully made. It was very well done. The songs were great. The
dialogue
was good.
Dialogue and script, I would give like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, for writing, really high. For the boy band of it all, I would give it a lower score only because I have such high expectations and like we just quite simply did not get enough hashtags.
I was going to say this has nothing to do with hashtags. This
right,
has
that's
to do
what
with
I'm
the
saying.
boy bands that are in the
like
shows.
It has to do with like the boy band story. Like how heavily did the boy band piece of it feature?
There were a lot of boys.
Basically,
very little band.
Here's what I want. Okay, here's what I want from my dream boy band BL. My dream boy band BL is take
Superboy.
No.
Make it a drama.
No. No. Because they already did that. That's literally how we got Bankbo. Like, literally, like, we've already done this.
Truly, if you have not watched Superboy, you should go watch Superboy. R.I.P. Bankbo.
Listen, there's English subs on that. No. My dream boy band BL is take at last but not least, but make them kiss. Like no, but like I don't mean them specifically. I mean them specifically a little bit, but like I don't mean them specifically. I mean like the concept of it, right? Like the way that those vlogs are put together and like like they're doing boy band stuff. You get to watch them perform. You get to like go behind the song, and even like take like a behind the song kind of vlog. Like that's what I want, but like make them fall in love.
I love that. I love the idea that like potentially it's the whole band. True to BL where they're all gay, right? Like
right. If we're in BL world,
it's like you got twins this series and like it's a whole volleyball team and they're all banging some boy somewhere.
Yeah.
And so 2 of the boys are like childhood best friends that like, you know, don't really know how to feel. And the other ones are like enemies to lovers. Like you cover literally all the tropes.
I feel like Junior and Jet would be the enemies to lovers trope.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
and then Nice and Poom are obviously
but...
childhood friends.
Sure.
And then who do we have left? Erwin.
Well, so you've got Erwin, Tad, and Muon. You've got okay, I already said, somebody asked me this once, and I was like, listen, Erwin, Tad, and Muon are like the fun friends. They're like the ones that get up to like shenanigans, but like nothing really romantic happens to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I did see, what was that thing I sent you or it was it Erwin and Nice? Somebody had made like a ship video of Erwin and Nice, and I was like, well, that's a fascinating like thought process that I had never confronted before. Listen, also please look forward to our last interview where I will say Erwin and Nice do have some moments. They do. That shipper, she's gonna be so excited.
Same. Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's get to the nuts and bolts, and then we have so much more to talk about this series. Okay, this was produced by Inflow. Shout out Inflow. We love you. We will watch every show you produce, whether it's good or not, but this one was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's on IG. It's sadly only 8 episodes.
Honestly, I got what I needed out of it.
Yeah.
Listen, that's the beauty sometimes of these 8-episode shows is like you get exactly what you need and you can binge it. And like if you get a couple eps behind, it's not that big of a deal. No. You can catch up easily. Like this was very well done 8-episoder.
They also have a special ep called The One and Only, which is the Willie Focus story, which I don't really know if anybody needs that. Maybe if you're lonely on a Saturday night.
Beyond the Star already was basically the Willie Focus story.
It's true.
Because I feel like, listen, I'm a ride or die for Louis and Bank at this point. They needed more screen time. This is my beef with this show. Louis and Bank, more screen time.
Actually, I feel it was the Willie story. Willie was in a lot of this.
He was.
Okay. We have Kenkla, played by Louis. Namo, played by Bank. Kita, played by Willie. Nati, played by Focus. Poopa, played by Beer. Tanam, played by Gun. Shout out Beer Gun. Truly need more from them.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
They had great chemistry in their tiny little dramatic storyline.
Oh my God, it got so dramatic. We'll get into it though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with one of the more unhinged synopsis we've had on this show.
Appropriate for this series.
Okay, here we go. Project Beyond the Star, a project that brings together young people with dreams. When a well-known agency led by President Pacorn like KJ Agency wants to fulfill the dream by producing series products and boy bands to extend and create superstars. Period. Therefore, gathering the best actors and artists to join the training camp. Kiat's #1 competitor from the M-Change company, that's false, Kiat is M-Change, with the Red King band that is more ready, determined to do everything, destroy the Beyond the Star project. The proof of love, commitment, and dreams can be accomplished together or not.
There is a synopsis on my drama list, but it's not much better.
Honestly, this is so unhinged, just like the show. And the unhingedness of this show, don't think that's a word, but, you know.
It makes it endearing.
Yeah, it is what makes it fun. It's honestly like, there are some shows that I'm like, this is a telenovela, right? Like, this is like when you're sick, right? Like when you're a kid and you're sick at home and you're just watching whatever's on TV.
Daytime TV.
Daytime TV.
I love a good soap opera.
If you were a kid in Texas, probably you watched a telenovela, or if you were like a Hispanic Mexican kid, probably like telenovelas were on. Mm-hmm. They're way, in my opinion, more interesting and exciting and fun than like General Hospital or something, right? Like our soap, like American soaps.
Yeah, it's a really different style. Yeah,
yeah. That's what I like in this type of show too, because there's a lot of like big drama.
Yeah.
Like big reaction, big drama. And it's not like crazy stuff, right? Like how on like American soaps will have like his twin brother was maimed in an elevator accident and now he's back with a new face and is also
dating his stepmom.
Right.
Yeah.
It's none of that. It's none of that like crazy storyline. It's more of like somebody gets slapped 5 ways till Sunday, or like
it's like drama for drama's
somebody
sake,
jumps out of a plane to like get to their lover on an island, right? It's like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this story. So I remember watching the trailer and being like, yes, I'm so excited for all of this. It looks ridiculous. It looks fun. We have like 6 different storylines.
Are there 6?
So they have
Louis Bank, Willie Focus,
yes,
Beer Gun, the Fafads and their boy,
yes,
Turk and Mint, duh,
yes,
Tay
and Big Boss,
yes, Tay and Big Boss.
Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah.
So there's 6.
7 if you break up the Fafads and make it their own,
sure,
right? Like if you decide that's technically
also,
2, but I think it's just
also
1.
8 because you have Willie and Bank.
No, I don't acknowledge that.
Okay, let's start with couples, I guess. Let's start with Beer and Gun. First of all, Beer and Gun killed it. I need more from Beer and Gun as a couple outside of this show. The roller coaster that was Beer and Gun. It started off so sweet and so innocent, where Tanam was like, I like you.
Pee-poo.
The way he says his name. This rivals P. Dean.
Yeah.
It's like below P. Dean, but it's like in the most like
pee-poo.
It's fantastic. I'm obsessed with it.
It's actually very similar to Peepa from 2 Moons and 2 Moons 2. Yeah.
Yes. So we start out soft where he's like, I like you, and Peepoo's like, okay, sure, maybe we'll see how it goes. And then they're kissing. They're doing some nipple action.
They go but they go quite slow. They
go
do
so
move
slow.
quite slow. It's very
very, very cute. Because they're focused on their boy band,
right?
And then they try to they lose in the competition.
They compete with the Red Kings, who are evil,
right?
And
then they don't make it. So Taniam has like a crisis of faith, and you're like, oh, he's like thinking about just like changing course, baby.
That's what he says basically. He has this whole conversation with Pipu where he's like, I don't want to be in this boy band anymore, and Pipu's like, don't give up,
I
Susuna.
support you.
And Taniam's like, no, it's fine. Like, this is not for me. I just really don't want to. And Pipu's like, okay, like, I understand. I'm not going to force you to do anything.
And then next thing you know, they're all looking for him and really concerned. And we're like, what's happening?
We're like, why are we so upset? He just doesn't want to be in a boy band. Like, I don't understand.
And then in the last moment, he's laying on the floor beside a pile of pills. And you're like, hold up now. What are we doing?
And they never really explain what drove him to this. Because, like, he got the guy. Yeah. He got what he I'm very confused. They never told us. That was a smidge confusing.
And the twist of the story within the story is that the boy band that loses, the Beyond the Star project, turns into Beyond the Star the series, which is like the series of the boy.
They like kick the fourth wall real hard.
So
and like it's big, lovely writer energy where at the very end, Louis like sits down at this press conference and looks directly into the camera and goes, we are the actors of the series Beyond the Star. And you're like, oh.
Here's the question, though. Are they then the series going forward?
No, they've been the series the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I took it as like this was now the series going forward. That was the like lead up to the Beyond the Star. Like the Beyond the Star, the project was pre Beyond the Star, the series.
No, this was too unhinged to be anybody's real life. Like, this fully is a series. It's fully a telenovela. Like,
that's fantastic. So, yeah, I want more from Beer and Gun in the future. And then we have Willie and Focus, who give us the spice that is needed, apparently, per episode.
Truly, these two, with the nipple play.
They committed.
They really did. But, okay, my beef with this storyline, like, the spice was fine. I will say Beyond the Star did a really good job of creating spice that was appropriate for each couple.
Yeah, I agree.
So even though this show is very, very spicy, it didn't feel like overly spicy. Like, it didn't feel like spice for spice's sake. It felt like the way that they set up each couple made sense for the level of spice and, like, the way they were moving with each other. However, I think I would have been more into the Willie Focus storyline if they had told me or given me a little bit of development on like how they got together, why they were together, or like because there's all you see is basically like them doing it and like Willie being shifty.
So shifty, especially because like a little bit in, so you get introduced to their couple because they're like on the DL because they can't date within their company,
right? Because it's against the rules.
And then Willie is trying to take down the other project, but also trying to get with his ex-boyfriend because Bank is his ex-boyfriend from high school.
But he's only trying to get with Bank to mess with Beyond the Star. Like, it's not real. He's not really. He's just trying to mess with them.
How dare.
Listen, I understand. If I had Bank and let him go, I too would do anything I could to re-pursue him. But
how dare. So yeah, Willie Focus, they were a hot mess.
It felt underdeveloped.
Yeah, I agree because like Willie was very well developed. He was definitely like Turk's henchman. He was the one that was like,
until he realized that Turk was like evil, and then he was like, screw that guy.
He saw the light.
And also at one point, okay, did we ever find out what was in the little teardropper bottle? Like, was it roofies? Like, what was he supposed to have been giving them? Like, was he going to poison them like Snow White-esque? Like, what was the... Because he just like throws it in the grass. He doesn't roofie them? Like, I don't know. Because by the time he has it, they already have lost the competition. So I don't understand. Was he gonna like, was he supposed to like roofie Bank and then blackmail him to go to the other agent? Like, what was that?
Well, don't you see him put some kind of powder in their drinks before the competition?
You do, but they never explain it, and then you find out like clearly they're fine. Like clearly it's like a big dragon type of situation where like it wasn't real? Question mark.
Yeah, that is the one thing about this show is that like as fun as it is to watch, you can't take it too seriously because like they pick up and drop off. So Big Boss and Tay is a storyline that like they don't. It's fully developed. You have Tay who's like going through it because his mom is sick and he has to support his family, but also he wants to be in this boy band, and his love interest Boss also wants to be in the boy band and is like, why are you not taking this seriously? And then they're just mad at each other the entire series, but you're like, why is this storyline here?
And then he's like, I'll help you take care of your mom. Like, I got your back. And then, like,
run off into
you can tell it's romantic, but they never kiss. It's very interesting. But, I mean, it's well developed for what it is. You do, like, you feel for them. They seem real. Like, it's great. It's good. It's fun. It's fresh.
Do you think, I mean, this is brilliant. This is the best way to workshop couples for your next series.
True.
Is to, like, throw, like, so many storylines into a show.
Like a sprinkle.
And then whoever they talk about on the internet,
sure,
go with that.
Yeah.
We should be talking about Louis and Bank.
Louis and
nonstop.
Bank. Why don't we move on to Louis and Bank then? First of all, oh my God.
A revelation.
A revelation.
We knew neither one of these boys before this show.
True. We knew Louis because we met him. We interviewed hashtags. Right. Go watch our hashtags interview. And then after that, go watch our Louis and Bank interview. So we knew Louis, and Louis is the sweetest boy. So I will go ahead and tell this story. I don't think I've told this on the podcast before. No, so when we interviewed hashtags, we interviewed them in person, in real life in Bangkok. And we're like setting up, there's a lot of them. We didn't have the whole group, but there's still a lot of them, plus the two of us, plus a translator, plus their managers. There's just like a lot of people. And so we're all setting up, and you know, they come up and we're like, you know, hi, how are you? Whatever, like pleasantries, whatever, like you do. And he walks up, and I'm like setting something. I'm like messing with the camera.
He walked up to me first with his cell phone.
Yeah, and Beth Ann's like, all I hear, and I hear it because I'm like messing with the camera, is I hear you say, you need to show that to Ayla.
I was like, Ayla.
And so I turn around, I'm like, what? And he's almost like crouching down a little bit. So he's quite a bit taller than me. And he like is holding his little cell phone, and in English, it's this message written.
So sweet.
That says, hi, my name is Louis. I don't speak English well, but I will try my best. And it has like a bunch of emojis.
So many emojis.
And I almost cried in that moment. It was like the cutest, sweetest thing. So that is Louis' personality, like in a nutshell. Yeah. It really is. Out of all the times I've interacted with him now, like that is who Louis is.
Which I feel like is why and how he grounds this character that's a little over the top so much of this series. Yeah. He really grounds this character in like a really heartfelt, sweet way.
Just very sincere. And so that's the nice thing about Kangla is I really like Kangla. Kangla is so funny. He's so funny. 100% the comedic relief in this show. Yeah. Almost on the verge of like slapstick comedy.
Yeah, I agree.
But he's just so sincere, and he really just wants to do a good job, and he likes this boy, and he's just very like wears his heart on his sleeve. Yes. Like such a good character. And sweet Louis does such a good job. Like there's a scene where he has to cry, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Like, yeah.
I need a Louis Bank cut of this show, honestly.
And I really love the way they did their spice. So they only had 2 spicy scenes.
It was all we could handle, really.
The second one is the setup is that like
it's so funny.
Louis previously, or Kangla previously, has told Namo like,
let's be boyfriends.
Let's be boyfriends. And Namo's like, that's not how you ask a person. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. He's like, I want it to be more romantic. Fast forward to them laying in bed together because in true Thai fashion, we're roommates, but we only share a bed.
Yeah. And they were roommates.
I want to know if this is actually true in Thailand, that like there are people that share a bed
that are roommates.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it because like, for example, like on the American side of things, like we do like bunk beds.
Yeah,
which I realize is not exactly the same thing, but like at the point that you're in like a king size bed, like that's pretty like.
Yeah, there's a series on right now where these 2 roommates become a couple and they push their twin beds together. actually
Oh my
really
God.
cute.
Tarn and Type do that in Tarn Type.
They do. And then they graduate in season 2 to an actual bed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, so they're laying in bed together, and he just is like, and Namo's like, remember that time you asked me to be your boyfriend? And King Claw's like, uh-huh. And he just starts viciously making out with him. There's no other word than vicious.
Yeah, there's some choking.
There's light choking involved. But like the look on Kangla's face, like the way that Louis plays this in the beginning is just so perfect because it doesn't go from 0 to 100. It goes like at first he's like shook.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's very comedic but like spicy but like it's a really good scene.
This is the type of spice that does have the like spice there, but there's also like intimacy. There's also like the emotion to it that like you definitely feel like these two actors feel these characters and like the characters want to bang each other.
Yeah, like the characters, and they did a good job of like building this up because the story with Nama and Kangla is like they're best friends, they're roommates, they're trying to do this thing, and they like very clearly have like a very good and sweet chemistry. And then finally Kangla confesses and they immediately make out. And there's a moment where Bank takes off his glasses while they're making out.
It's so aggressive.
Oh my God.
I fully understand why Kangla reacts the way that he does, because if freaking Namo is tearing off his glasses and like getting on his knees, like you're thinking like, oh, Mun Gun, like we're doing the same thing here, like we're on the same page. No.
Well, so they're making out because he's confessed, and then they stop making out, and Namo is just like, sorry, I'm not feeling it.
I felt it.
Like I felt it.
You're the one kissing him. You didn't feel that?
Like I felt it. Damn.
Listen,
and
he had to get through some things.
And Kangla is like kind of confused, and we realize later that it's because Namo's like, well, that's my best friend, and I don't want like the dynamic to change, and I really just don't think this is like a good idea. Changed. And it's funny because the way these two characters is they just like pretend like it never happened. Like they very much, and they'll also get in like tussles, and then they just like don't talk about it. They just pretend like it didn't happen. They're just like, whatever. It's hilarious. Boys. And this dynamic carries on to like the final spicy scene where the light choking enters the conversation.
Yeah.
And they're like really like clothing is starting to be removed. There's like a lot happening. And then Namo just rolls over and he's like, so that's my answer. Does it make sense? And it's like, bye. Like literally leaves. This man. I
mean, I get it.
Also, he's wearing this little set.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a like, what is that style called where it has like the bands around the arms? You know, it's what Off Jump Pone's.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know it had a name.
I feel like it has a name.
It's like sporty kind of.
Yeah. It's very cute.
It's very cute.
Also at one point, this is why I say it's like slapsticky and funny, is like there's clearly emotion and it's really intimate and it's a really good spicy scene. But like at one point, was it Louis or Banks' leg gets like caught in the blankets, and he's just like really struggling, but he's still committed, but he's struggling
smoothly somehow.
Yeah, it's a really funny moment.
I know. I really wish I had a photo of like him in that little outfit because it's very cute.
I'm sure someone has a photo of him in that little outfit, like from set.
It's like blue shorts with like a white t-shirt that has like rings on it.
Band, yeah.
It's very cute. I like the styling in the show a lot.
The styling in this show is really, really good.
I looked up this brand. It's like you are the or something.
Yeah. You are the.
And I've like located where the stores are in Thailand because I really want them.
Yeah, we should go. It's really good.
Because Gun also wore this like really cool sweatshirt shorts tie-dye set that I really thought was cute.
Yeah. And they have those like matching sets that they wear when they're like playing boy band.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. They like after they lose the competition, they fully commit to the boy band thing.
And then Mint is like,
no, you now
don't
kiss.
even worry about it, y'all.
She goes,
now kiss. Yeah. I mean, shout out my girl.
Speaking of Mint, okay, Mint and Turk they're the ones that start this whole thing off.
They're the agency owners.
Yes, they're exes. Fun fact, IRL, they're married.
Yes, they're married IRL.
Which is very cute. So when in that first episode, when you find out they're like rivals who were exes, you're like, yes. they are fully committed to this.
Yeah.
What is this role play?
Yeah, and it's totally one of those. It reminds me a little bit of like if the DBK intro was a scene in a show.
Yes.
Because they're like sitting in this dark room in these like ornate chairs, just like facing each other, and they're like just like being sassy with each other. They're like, "Oh, you think you're cool? You're not cool. I'm cool. Oh, you think you're cool? That's boys, cute for you.
My boys are cuter than your boys."
It's so funny, but it's also very. You're like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then at the end, the two agencies come together. They're like, "You know what? M Change, we'll let you do the boy band thing, and KJ will do the actor thing."
They realized that their powers were better combined.
Yeah.
Which I agree. But
do we think Kia is Turk's character?
Yeah.
Will stay evil?
I think maybe against other people outside of their agency.
Okay, so basically Mint is like, I don't want you to be evil. Yeah.
Keep your enemies close.
Yeah.
Hashtags. We needed more hashtags.
We needed more hashtags. That's what this boy band series was missing, was like enough boy band. Like we didn't get to see them like we got to see them like practice, but not really. You know what I mean? Like,
I will say the editing, they did it really well, because like clearly Beyond the Star Project, not actual boy bands, as much as Crew Run tried to coach them.
He did. Shout out Run. Also, the dialogue in this show is really well done.
Yeah. And Run wrote it.
And Run did it. Run did that.
Fantastic.
Tim Dry. Yeah. Tim Dry had good dialogue too.
I Long Nai. That's what Run also wrote.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
Run was in Tim Dry. Yes. I don't know if he wrote it or not.
I don't either. But so yeah, the dialogue in this was very fun at times.
Yeah.
But yes, the boy bands, so the editing, I felt like they did well enough that like you're like, okay,
I believe that you potentially could be a boy band.
Yeah. But hashtags. Shout out Float.
Yes. Okay.
Evil
okay.
Float.
Let's talk about the Red Kings.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with Float. Honestly, he's so evil, but he could be evil to me. But also, please don't be evil to. I want him on my side. Like, be evil to people I hate. Like, come be evil to like.
Do you know what I just thought? I need Inflo and hashtags to do a vampire BL.
Yes. Float would be such a good vampire. Oh my god, Float would be such a good vampire, and Puri can be like the little like Bella of it all.
Yeah.
And I feel like okay.
And Turk could play a great like sitting on his throne as like a 500-year-old vampire, being like follow my rules.
Although Turk is quite young. He looks very young. Turk, you look great.
But that's the thing, is like the 500-year-old vampires look 25.
Okay. I feel like Poom would play the vampire that's like the Jasper.
Yeah.
That would be Poom. Poom would be like the Jasper. Yeah. And Louis would be the Emmett in personality.
Yeah, I was going to say Willie is Emmett.
Willie is Emmett in physicality.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie is like James, the evil one from the first movie. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like who's Crew Frames? Crew Frames actually would be like the Jacob. Like
I was literally going to say he's a werewolf. Yeah, for sure. And King also plays a werewolf. He plays like the little brother werewolf.
He plays
Turk. We have
Turk. I have ideas.
We need a meeting, Turk.
I have thoughts.
But yes. Anyways, so
Red and then King, they all come together and they're a boy band.
The music in Twilight is so good that like I feel like hashtags could fully do a really good OST for a vampire BL. So in 2024 is going to be the year of vampire BLs, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah. You know who actually could pull off a great vampire werewolf BL? Atlas. Because hear me out. Junior would be an excellent werewolf.
Oh,
Am I wrong?
No, yeah, you're right.
Junior would be such a good werewolf.
He is.
Yeah. No, and like Jet would be a really good like Bella character.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But who's the Edward who's also going after Jet?
I mean, Muon with this blonde hair is pretty fantastic.
I feel like Erwin is straight up an Edward Hondopi. Tell me I'm
Oh
wrong.
my god, that's fantastic.
Because like with the music, like, oh, it's a great song when she's playing the like, oh my god, yeah.
Listen, it always comes back to Atlas. Stay tuned to our T-Pop Tuesday on Tuesday for Atlas. Okay, to wrap this up, the two questions.
We didn't talk about the FOF ads.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I love these FOF ads. I don't know why I love them, but I'm obsessed with them.
FOF ad is twin in Thai. So the twins.
Their names are Pan and Pla in real life. And they're about to do a hella spicy BL with their boys over on the other side. But yes, in this story, I felt like this was the greatest example of how to do like not even a secondary. This was like a tertiary storyline. They're through the whole series as like a part of the boy band, but then in like the final episode, you get them fighting over a boy.
Yeah, but before that, because there's just like a few episodes of them after they've punched each other in the face. So like, okay, my question for them is imagine it. You're friends with these twins.
I would love to be.
They both like you.
Yes,
and
please.
You know they both like you, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
And one of them you guys are just chilling, just straight chilling. And one of them leaves to go he gets some like more ice or more chips or something like that. And the other one just starts groping you.
Yes, please.
Just starts groping you. And you're like, okay, I could be into this. And so y'all start kissing and things start getting hot and heavy. You know the other one is coming back. He's
soon.
He's simply run to the 7-Eleven to get some chips or some shit.
He's coming back so soon.
Why? Why is your next step to be like, let's go take a bath together and do it in the... Excuse me, what? Because and to be fair, the other FOF is like, I'm sweaty. Can I shower first? Like, no, dude. Your two options here are either quick and dirty, and it is what it is, and everybody should have to accept it, or you put it on pause and you wait until you can have enough time to make the necessary preparations.
But no, your brother has to see you guys like fully like.
I mean, this man like sees the situation. Like he walks up and that bathroom door is open and he sees
everything,
the ride,
and then he's like, I don't want to be your brother anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even have a brother. And then they punch each other in the face. And then the other one's like, we can't be together. And he's like sitting alone in a dark room. It's all very dramatic.
It's like, it's not worth it to lose my twin.
Honestly, this is like some Facebook drama, right? Like, you know how sometimes I'm never on Facebook, but I'll sometimes randomly get on Facebook, mostly because I really segment my content. And so my Facebook's like reels or whatever the like TikTok of Facebook is. I don't know what that one's called. But like videos. So my whole TikTok is BL. My IG is food, and my Facebook is Christian moms, and I'm like really into this content. No, it's good content. Okay, say what you will. Like it's good content.
That's why we're getting it on IG too, because IG, Facebook, same. And so
because our IG is connected to your Facebook, not mine. So I don't know why but you also have the Christians on yours.
Yeah, I do.
So
I do.
that's why.
Yeah.
But like, so that's why I get on Facebook now. And so, but every now and then I'll like scroll the feed instead of just watching the videos, and I'll see like these crazy people that like I went to high school with, or that I knew for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
And they'll be going through some like drama, like the drama. Truly, this FOF situation is like a Facebook, right? Where you like accidentally go too far in when people are having like Facebook comment fights, right? Yeah. And you're like, you don't really know these people because it's like someone that you went to high school's brother's cousin.
Yes.
Right? And you're like reading through all so you don't know the people. That's what this situation is.
And especially in the South, they put all that information online.
Yeah. That's what this this is like old school if you like watch like the Maury show.
Yeah. Oh,
Not quite Jerry Springer level, but like I would say Maury.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they tell this story beginning, middle, and end in a very concise, you get what you need, you resolve it, you move on. We figured it out. They did the thing.
Yeah.
I appreciated it. Lord have mercy. my sweet fluff ads. Oh, they'll be fine. Okay, so would you recommend this to a first-time BL watcher?
I'm going to say no. I think it's a little bit too chaotic, and it's
Yeah.
also very tropey, and I think you have to be like, you got to be in this life.
Yeah,
you got to be on
understand
that
some
BL
things.
game to
And
be
there-
able to vibe with this one.
And there are moments where it's really heavily Thai because Bank and Louie are very like superstitious and like religious.
Yeah, it's very culturally Thai. It also, I think a lot of the like dynamics are very specific to like Thai social dynamics, which is something that like we're still getting used to. And like I now am very lucky to say that I have like a good handful of like Thai friends that live in Thailand that are Thai.
Yeah.
And like I'm still getting used to the social dynamic. The like Thai social dynamic is very different than the American social dynamic. And so a lot of the like relationships between the people in this show, I would say are very, very Thai.
I agree.
So if you're just like, if you haven't seen a lot of that, if you haven't had time to like process and understand a lot of that, I could see how it would be difficult.
Be a little confusing.
Yeah.
Would you rewatch this?
Yes.
Have you rewatched it?
Some episodes.
Listen, they put the right highlights on YouTube, so that's really all you need to go do.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. If you're in the Houston area, come hang out with us. And Jovi and Rose Colored Prince are hosting a cup sleeve event. We will have a booth there. We'll be there to hang with everybody. We want to see you if you're in the Houston area. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
We're going to sell merch. But we also have merch that you can purchase online. It's cute and fun and fresh. And if you want to sign up for the wait list for our trip, please do so. We keep having sign-ups, so who knows, 2025 we'll plan another trip.
Yes.
It'll be fun. This has been Let's Talk BL. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all things Let's Talk BL at Let's Talk BL.